Hi, my name is Noel Davis with World Composting, and today we're going to do an update on our African Nightcrawler bins. Now this is two bins that I have that have been going now for a little bit of time, one of them since the beginning, and another one that we started up recently as the other bin that I had started kind of fell apart. So I split the first bin in half and added some of the material to here, and then I added fresh cardboard to both of them. We've added some food, and we've kind of kept these going, and it's been 12 days since our last update. So it's time to take a look at them, see how they're doing, and see if they need some food or not, and see how these worms are acclimating to these systems. I'm hoping that the added heating mat has helped them, along with the temperature sensor to kind of keep them at that 72 to 75 degree level instead of being really cold at around 66. And hopefully that'll help them through this winter that we're going through right now. So with that, let's go take a look at the first bin, and then we'll come to the second one after that. All right, here's our first system we're going to look at. As you can see, last time's date was 1/12, today's 1/24, so 12 days. Last time we added this little dash so we know that we fed. And let's take a look. First off, the lid. There is moisture on the lid, which means that there's enough moisture in here, or it's not running off, so it's probably about the right amount. If it was dripping off of here, I might think it's a little bit high and just want to add a little bit of bedding material, but I think it's a good amount. It's not too bad. We fed on this side over here. Actually, let me just pull this back a little bit. As you can see right here, we've got our little tape. So this is the side that we fed on. And let's dig over here and just let's dig on the other side first, take a quick look and see how things are going. So material looks very, very moist. I'm seeing lots of mites, by the way, on this system. I'm not sure you can see them around the corners and everything, but there are a lot of mites on here, little red mites. So, all right, we've already got our first worms here on this side of the bin. So we're on the opposite side. You can see, first really large worm in here. So it looks like this is a good start to this system as far as how things are going. Actually, hold on a second. All right, and then we have another worm right next to it as well, so that's a good start. Let's just see what else we can find in here. I'm not seeing anything else, but this isn't surprising. We're on the side that doesn't have food, although I've heard that these worms do love cardboard. Got a few more worms over here. Slightly smaller in size. This one looks more like I don't want to say maybe an adult, but a smaller adult compared to the other ones that I've seen in some of these systems. Oh, and a lot, hold on here. There's a lot in this corner. Let's just scoop up this corner over here. As you can see, there's quite a few over here. And these are big. Now, what I've heard from people in the comments here is that these do not have light receptors like the red wigglers that I have. So these are not scared of light. They don't actually dig down and move away from it. They're scared of me, but they're not scared of light. This nice long worm, look at this. This one's a nice big one right here, if I can grab it. There you go, that's a nice large one in this system right here. So that's a good sign. Let's just dig down right over here, take a look. Oh, I see some worms squirming off to the side over here. So this system looks like this cardboard feels wonderful. It feels perfect for worms, really. It feels like it's that perfect moisture point. I could probably squeeze it, get a couple drops out, but not too much. I am seeing some of the worms in here. They are looking good, even on this side. This side I don't think has any food or anything. Let's just dig right here in the center now. Grab a big pinch, another worm right there. So they are moving through this system. Hopefully we'll see them expand. Oops, where'd that one go? There was a smaller one in there along with this larger one here. So they're definitely moving through this system. They're expanding. The herd, hopefully. We've got more over here. Here's one on this side that's a little bit smaller. So it looks like a juvenile compared to these larger ones over this side. And then a couple in this one as well. So this is looking really good right now. Now this is the side we fed on. So let's just dig down over here kind of slowly. Nothing in this first handful. I'm just going to take the part off the top here. Nothing in this one either. Lots of castings on this side, I feel, compared to the other side though. Again, I'm not seeing any worms. Let's just dig down now here to the bottom, pull the bottom out and see. Alright, so we have a piece of paper in here, We've got a couple of the Nightcrawlers. This is some food right here. I'm not sure what this is now at this point, but that is some food right there. And there's a Nightcrawler that's in it, one of the ANCs. I'm not seeing any potworms or anything. And there is, whoop, I just lost it. Looks like there's a little baby worm in there as well. So which is a good sign right there. If you can see, let's just move that up really close. There you go. I think you can see that little baby worm now. Trying to keep it focused and trying to stop moving. So that's a good sign that we've got some little baby worms in there. I'm not sure what food that is, but we'll put that back down over there. We'll dig a little further up over here, just taking a look. Actually, hold on, more food right there. This might be artichoke leaves. I was just trying to think of what those were. So we got more worms over here. So this is good. The food is pretty much gone. I mean, you can see these castings look really, really nice. So we're getting some good action in here with these worms as they move through this material. We're just going to bury that piece of paper back down there, give them a chance to work on it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to feed here in the center section. So I'm going to grab a scoop of material out of the center here. And because these worms don't like cold, I decided to thaw out the food a little bit. So it's been sitting in my refrigerator instead of my freezer. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to grab in one banana. So you can see that this is not frozen. There's a little bit of banana left in there. And then the next thing I'm going to grab here is, actually these are a little bit frozen, but some celery. Just to give them some variety. And then a little bit of banana right there. I was hoping to grab one of these coffee grounds out, but they're coming apart as I pull on it. I might have to grab both of them here. Oh, maybe not. Hold on here. I think I got it. Alright, we're going to have part of a frozen banana coming with it. So there's some ice on that banana right there. But then we're also going to grab these coffee grounds. We're going to open this up, kind of spread this around. I don't really want a clump of coffee grounds that normally takes a while to break down. But there we go. We'll kind of spread that around. These aren't freezing cold because, as I said, they've kind of thawed out a little bit. So I'm actually able to break them apart. And we're going to go ahead and cover this up. So we're adding another feeding to this system. And what I'm going to do is, instead of putting a new piece of tape on, the other reason why I decided to do this here is I can actually grab this tape and then move it to the center here. So I'm not using tons and tons of tape. And now we've got another marking. And we can go on to our next system and see how that one is doing. So this one's looking pretty good. This one's recovered really well after, all the issues that I had when I tried to expand to 2 bins with it not doing very well. This one looks really good. The moisture content looks excellent, and I have to say, I really do feel that the lids help with that. Actually, I'm just realizing here, there are some baby African Nightcrawlers here on this lid. So there's one right there. There's a baby. And then there's another one, if I can get it in focus over there, right there. So there's a couple babies on the lid here, which is a good sign too. Actually, there's a third one right here. So 1, 2, 3. 3 babies on the lid here. That's a good sign. And we're going to flip this back over, let them go back to work here, and we'll check out the other system. So let's check out the other one. Alright, here's our other system here. As you can tell, our last feeding was on this side on 1/12/22. Then we had our time before that was 12/22, so you can see kind of the bin as we've moved it around. So we had feedings with this one quite a bit. It looks like it's starting to dry out around the sides, which happens with these busboy totes, especially during the winter here, where I'm just not getting a lot of moisture from the air and things are evaporating. But in the center here, it should be good. We might have to add water to this one though. So let's just take a look here first before I move this off to the side. And I'm not seeing any worms. Actually, hold on. I do see a baby worm right here. See if I can get that a little closer to you. So we do have more baby worms in here as well, which is a good sign. Right there, I think. All right, I think you can see that. So these worms are reproducing in these systems, which is a great sign. That's one of the things that I'm really keen on, is trying to expand the amount of these African Nightcrawlers that I have. I've already expanded my reds quite a bit, but the European and the Africans, they need to start expanding now. So now with that, let's go in. Let's dig in this corner first, actually, because this is the opposite side from where we fed. And I'm not seeing much action over here. Not surprisingly, it looks a little dry. Oh, here we go. This one looks like one of my nice large African Nightcrawlers right there. Nice sized worm. Another one right there. So there are some on this side, even though it's a little bit dry. And another big one too. Look at this one. This one's massive. So, got some worms on this side over here. That's a good sign. Even though this isn't the side where we fed, it looks like the cardboard is starting to get picked through and a little bit bare in this system. But that's okay. Let's just keep moving our way along here, slowly inching along. You can see a couple more in here. Actually, I've got one poking up over here even as we dig. So there we go, another large one right here. Let's just keep going. Another big one. So right there. They're spread out in here just like the other system. We're finding one or two in these first couple handfuls. This one looks a little bit smaller, but still probably an adult right there. But another couple worms out of that one. Lots of castings in this system. I might have to do a harvest on this soon. I might have to try to stop giving them some cardboard. Try to get this ready for a harvest. Even more in the center section here. There's actually another one dangling down. There's a nice long one too. Again, these are some monster worms. And it should be very, very easy to sort out. I'm seeing them pull out of these areas. These castings are a little bit dry. Probably will have to add some moisture to this. Let's just move that along like that. This looks really, really good, these castings. I mean, they're just flake right apart. Alright, now we're going to get to the food area where we had some food. So first thing first, we've still got a mango seed. Not surprisingly, these things take forever to break down, these mango seeds. And actually, we're going to put that right in the center here because that's going to be added with our next series of food. We also have looks like this is a peel from a mango. Let's just flip this over. Again, a little bit of leftover food over here. Some more mango peels maybe. A little bit dry in this corner. Again, another worm over here. So overall, these guys are doing pretty good here. Oh, here we go. This is pineapple. Not seeing much work done on the pineapple. We'll leave that over here for now. I know pineapple is one of the big no-nos they say not to add to a worm bin, but you know what? They're worms. They should be able to work through it eventually. And even in these systems, we add stuff to kind of protect the worms with the crushed crab and eggshell, which I forgot to add to the other bin, but they should be okay with it. Lots over here in this corner. Whole bunch of them. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So good amount of worms in this system. They're doing really well, it looks like. I think what we're going to do now, we're going to leave the pineapple on that side. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a feeding in the middle. I'm going to bring this pit over here to the center. And we're going to do the exact same thing we did at the other one. Oops, leave that mango peel there too. That's a piece of cardboard. Make sure there's no food that's just popping out there. There's still a little bit of food left. Those are mainly the outside skins. Those skins can take a long time to break down. They usually have some sort of coating on them. And we're going to go ahead and grab a banana peel to throw in here. And again, these are not frozen solid. They do have some ice on them, but they're not frozen solid. Some coffee grounds. Just like that. I'm going to break them apart a little bit, if I can. There we go. And maybe a couple pieces of celery in here too. I do like to add somewhat of a variety with fruits and veggies. And this time I will, I know I forgot on my last bin, for the other bin that we just updated, but I will add some crushed crab and eggshell to this one. Usually I try to add that in with every feeding. I'm more concerned about this one since there's pineapple in there. You know, they do have some acidic tendencies, so it's kind of important to add that crushed crab and eggshell. But there we go, that's in there. I think we're going to cut back on cardboard from this bin for a while and see if we can get the worms to work through the food, work through all this leftover bedding material. Oops, some stuff on the surface there. Work through this bedding material and try to get them to really finish up everything that's in here so that we can do a harvest on this, or even split this in half maybe, so that we don't have quite as much material going to a new bin, just castings. But we'll see. I'd like to expand the amount of worms that I have in this system. I do think I'm going to add some water to this though before we put this away. If I can find my cup. I'm going to add some of my water with BTI mix. And the reason being is that this is a little bit dry in here. Just going to kind of sprinkle some of this on. I don't want to add a whole lot, just enough to kind of let it soak up. So, there we go, that should be good. And let's put the cover back on, and we are done with this system as well. So, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. And if you have any, if you're looking to purchase any of these items, I do have them linked down below in my Amazon links in the Amazon store that I have. So with that, let's just put our little label on right here that I already had made ready to go, showing 1/24/22, and that's a 12-day update. And thank you for watching.